This is a video about how I made the Fast and Furious with Vin Diesel. I had organised a film clip about cars because I was interested in cars, and then from there I had owned a Toyota Corolla K70 which I began drifting on the Gap Creek Road with my best friend Alistair Daly from Brisbane Boys Grammar School in Australia. So I had actually got a rear wheel drive car and learned how to drift on a dirt road. The Gap Creek Road was not even cement. Brisbane was still pretty new. You know, when I'm like 17 to 19 years old, it's pretty new. It was my first car. And I said, I'm doing movies and stuff. I've met Leonardo in Brisbane and Drew Barrymore in Brisbane, Leonardo DiCaprio, Brad Pitt. I've met people like that. And I said, I would like to make a car movie, actually. Fast and Furious, I think. Fast and Furious, because I'm like the fastest. I want to be the fastest, and I want to be the most furious driver, that wins everything. So then I found this movie that's like a Mexican movie where the person is at a speedway. It's an old movie in the 80s they made. That was like a limited success, low budget movie. And the guy's father dies in a crash and he kills the other driver with a spanner. And it's like, it's about these two brothers that work at the speedway and they take over from their father that died. So I thought I wanted to use that as an example to make the Fast and Furious, like the beginning of the Fast and Furious. Something to do with this, like the person has a crime and that's part of the story. That's kind of like the part that Vin Diesel played. Like something happens that starts the Fast and Furious movie, the beginning. And what happens is when they're a criminal, they can't get work and they have to have some kind of job. And I didn't really want to make it like a shooting and killing, because there's so many movies like that, like they shoot people or they kill people and all these things. So I said, let's make it more like, about performance cars, because I was into performance car parts. Let's make it like that. And like they have to steal the performance car parts, to modify the cars. Fine, cool. So I went through all this with Vin Diesel. And he said, yes, he'll do it for me. And I met some other actors. I chose the one that plays Han from Japan. And I chose the one that plays Brian. He was in Days of Our Life in America on TV. And I said, hey, he looks quite nice, blonde guy. I mean, I look good too, but he looks quite nice. And he responded straight away, he wants to do Fast and Furious. Cool. So when I was 15, before I met Brian, before that, Vin Diesel came to meet me in Brisbane when I was 15 and showed me some example film clips. And I asked my dad, could I get $50,000 for Vin Diesel so he could make this movie? And he wasn't that interested, he didn't know who Vin Diesel was, so I had to lie to my father to get him to take me to Wivenhoe Dam to talk about engineering, because he's an engineer. And when we were at the Wivenhoe Dam, Vin Diesel met us, and I told Vin Diesel that I lied to my dad to try and get him to meet Vin Diesel. I told my dad, one of my friends is coming to Wivenhoe Dam to talk to us. So my dad wouldn't give me money. Vin Diesel offered me like a $40,000 price tag to be in Fast and Furious, one of the movies, because originally they wanted more than that. And I said, we can't do that because I haven't got my inheritance yet. I'm just 15. I said, I've got like $500 or something. That's the most money I can get up for the year. And my father said, no, I don't know who Vin Diesel is. No. So I said, please, Dad, it's really important to me for my movie career. It's very, very important. And this is who Vin Diesel is. He's done some filming and stuff in America before. He's a new actor, but he's got some, work done on his laptop. He showed me the laptop and the car's exploding, like up into the Alpha Dam. That was my idea. It looked very good, like it was very well done on the laptop. The graphics, I don't know how he did it, because it was 3D graphics was pretty new back then. Like, it was really good graphics. I was like, wow, like, Dad, this is like too good. Look at this. And he would look at it, he said, no. So he did say, well, the most I can do is maybe for 10 grand, Vin Diesel. I don't know. I need to offer 10 grand to my dad because I've got no money. So Vin Diesel said, if you pay $14,000 to me, we can make one later on, like the later on, because we can't do this for the real first ones, even though you wrote it. I said, well, I wrote this. I did write a manuscript, like 10,000 pages, a book of Fast and Furious 1 and 2, but I came up with this. I wrote all this. I got all the actors involved, so really you owe me about 10 million straight away. And they said they can't do it because they haven't got that much acting done yet. They were just starting out too, more or less. And so I said, okay, let's ask Dad for 10 or 14, and Vin Diesel said, we'll do 14,000. I'll put you in another one, what are you going to call it? I said, I'll call it Fast X, because I'm going to call it Fast X, the one when you blow up and they're flying off air, like take off, like zoom, and there's like flames under that. That's Fast X. Is it fine? You're going to be the lead driver in Fast X. If your dad gives you that 14,000, I promise you I'll do that for you, Benjamin Cooper. No worries. We'll get it done. Dad, can I have this money for this? And he said, if I give you this, we're not ever going to be paying your rent again. We're never going to be giving you food again. Because I don't know who Vin Diesel is. This is it. You'll be on your own. This is it. Like, you'll have to move out. And we're never going to give you anything again, like any money or anything. There's nothing else coming if you take this. Because if you get that much money, if you get more money, we're not going to give you anything. And also, we don't know this is, if you lose this money, that's a lot of money because that's your inheritance from your grandfather. He's a war hero. You're World War I and World War II. That's all his money. That's all his money, all his savings for that. And I said, shit, I don't know what to do because I don't want to get my father angry. He's got a temper. I really don't know what to do, so I don't know what to do. Vin Diesel says I will sort out later, maybe 14. We'll talk about it later. And it was cool, so I met Vin Diesel and I was fucking really, really happy because I got it done following to my dad. And then, well, he did know I was going to meet somebody, like a friend, but he didn't know what it was about. So I'd then gone on to ride Fast and Furious 1 and 2 and Tokyo Drift. I organised everything with Vin Diesel. Even I found the car, the real car for the Nissan Skyline, with a grey with a blue underneath it. That was my idea, and I found it at Maruka in Brisbane. That's where we bought it. It wasn't even in Japan. And the man I bought it from was the singer, Billy, who sings 2 of my songs I've written actually. Her father sold the car to Vin Diesel. So I was fucking laughing because it was $54,000. So obviously they got money somewhere from the producers or somebody bought it. They got money, 50,000 gone. The black one that he drives, the big black car, I found it up at Lutwich. I was living with my girlfriend Kate in 2002. It was Sarima, and I was driving down the road in a big Ford Fairlane. Jason Frazier, my best friend at the time, I bought it off him, traded in with him, and I said, shit, there's a black V8 Ford and a V6 one that's got a brand new paint job and redone engine. I've never seen this before ever in Australia. Sitting on the side of the road for sale for $14,000. There was 2 of them. One was 10 and one was 14, I think. It was 10 or 8,000 and one was 14 anyway, something like that. And Vin Diesel said, yep, I'll get it for the movie. Yeah, I'm coming tomorrow. And he bought it and they said they're going to put it on a ship back to the United States. And I was like, this is hilarious. I can't believe this. This is like amazing. But even before I met Vin Diesel, actually, I'd met this other guy at the car wreckers near Acacia Ridge. Because I used to go driving around with somebody called Max Porter, who I knew from my childhood in Brisbane. In cars and stuff, we go to wreckers and get parts for old cars. We have like little Ford hatches and things. And the guy was just sitting in a chair at the wreckers. And I said, this guy he's got a silver chain on, he's got no grease on his arms, he's just sitting there doing nothing. I said, mate, I need a new muffler for my car. What are you doing? Get out of your chair, mate. You're lazy. Go get me a bloody muffler off a used car. And he walked up to me and said, oh, do it yourself. And he just threw the spanner on the ground and said, go get it yourself. Even I'll give you $2 if you get it off yourself. I'm like, what the hell is this guy? Like, he looks very familiar. Like, I said, this guy's an actor. I've seen his face before. Like, I know this guy. And I said, no, mate, you're not doing this job. You're a liar. And he just laughed at me. And he gave me some fake name. Like Leo, I'm Leo or something. Or he said, I'm Harry. And then he said, I'm Leo. So he has 2 different names he gave me or something. And then what happened was, I couldn't remember who he was, and I said, I'm going to find out. I know you're an actor. And I went home, I started looking through my movies because I had like 50 DVD movies or 50 VHS, and I've had 50 VHS tapes, so I got heaps of music and stuff, and I found out it was one of the actors in The Glimmer Man with Steven Seagal, who gets his ass beat up by Steven Seagal in The Glimmer Man, one of the bad guys. So I went back later on and I said, you know what I found out about you? You're this guy from The Glimmer Man, and he laughed his fucking head off at him. And I said, you know what, I need you actually, I'm going to use you for something, because you look perfect for this. I made the Fast and Furious movie with Vin Diesel. And he said, who is it? And I said, he's American. So you're American, you don't even know who Vin Diesel is, and you're both been in the same country. That's how fucking weird you are. He said, I've only done a few small parts in these movies. I haven't got a really big movie yet. And I said, well, this is it, mate. This is Hollywood. This is like Blockbuster, Warner Brothers. We can't guarantee, but this is going to be massive. Because I've already organised 10 different producers, including Spike Lee, to work on this and film it. Because we don't have enough money, so I've got 10 different directors. We need all the help we can get because they want this film to be looking perfect, polished. And I said, can you come up with like about $80,000 or $100,000 or something for Vin Diesel? And he said, yes, maybe. And I told him there is an autobahn for sale near Logan. It's only about 80,000 for sale, like a whole entire autobahn for sale for 80,000. They're new. They're like super cheap autos, but they're autobahns and they even repair cars. And he said, oh well, yeah, I do have that much money. I'll buy it. And he went and bought it. I said, this is a really good investment. So here's my idea. I don't have enough for it. I've only got like 50. You need about 80 or 90,000. And he told me later on, actually, we spent about 100 or so, over 100. But I bought it with somebody else I know. We did half-half. That was your idea about half-half? Because my father used to own his first house and he bought half-half with his best friend. So they got it done. He owned it for about 5 or 6 years and he sold it. He sold his half. He made a lot of money and he did it. He left straight away to America to get Fast and Furious done. So he's one of the guys in the cars that's racing the Nissan Silvias with a silver chain on there. You know, that's who he is. When he tries to rescue his mate that fell out of the truck. The other ones, I've met them all in Brisbane. I've written the music for the Fast and Furious soundtrack, about 4 songs in Brisbane. Really, they've asked me to be on the other movies. I organised Tokyo Drift as well. I wrote Tokyo Drift. I met, do you know the actor who played Tokyo Drift? The American guy who drives the big car and crashes it in the movie, you know, the big black one. Yeah, I met him, Lucas Black. So I used to write letters to Lucas Black when I was a kid, fan letters. So Lucas Black is somebody I met when I first started acting. When I was 19, he came to Brisbane to talk to me about Fast and Furious. So I organised all this and I co-directed this movie, which is a masterpiece. Fast and Furious 1 and 2 and Tokyo Drift, they're the ones I organised. The ones after that I did do a little bit of help, like Fast X. So I said Fast and Furious 1 and 2 co-directed, Tokyo Drift co-directed, Fast X co-directed. The other ones were basically them. They did all the work basically pretty well. And I've had a lot of opportunities to be in the film, and I've been asked to be in the film. Costs a lot of money. That's made a fortune. Each film has made a fortune. First one not so much, but they all made money. So it's been a really good experience for me. interesting to find out all this has come off me as well, as the founder of the Fast and Furious series. So that is the story about me with the Fast and Furious